So, as we've progressed through these 4 examples, you've seen us go from relatively easy, straightforward, just picking the information out of the equation, which is already in slope-intercept form, to where you have to manipulate the equation and divide and do some math that we haven't done a whole lot of in a while to get the slope and the y-intercept. And we do this for a very, very particular reason. At the beginning of this chapter, you found 4 points, put them on a graph, and then you connected those 4 dots to make a line. In the next lesson, you found the x and y-intercept and found 2 points to put on a graph. And then you put a line on a graph. Now, and I told you then I was going to have you find 1 point on a graph, and then from there you can put a line on the graph. And on the very next slide, we're actually going to do that. We're going to write the equation in slope-intercept form, and then we are going to graph it. So in the upper right-hand corner, we have x minus 2y equals 4 is our equation. We need to simplify this and put it into slope-intercept form. First, we will get rid of the x. It's a positive x. To get rid of it, we're going to subtract x from both sides. The x's on the left, they do cancel out. So now we have negative 2y equals 4 minus x. We will rewrite that so that it is negative x plus 4. Now, based on what we did on the last board, we are going to divide every item by negative 2. Just like we did earlier this year, we divided both sides by negative 2. Now I'm going to say we'll divide each item by negative 2. What happens to the negative 2's on the left-hand side? Yes, they do. They cancel each other out. So now I have negative x divided by negative 2. And you might be wondering how to simplify that. You would also be encouraged to remember that there is a 1 between the negative sign and the x. And I'll try to cheat that 1 in there. So now I have negative 1 divided by negative 2. And we'll leave it as a fraction, negative 1 divided by negative 2. We can simplify that to 1/2. And the x will stay off to the side. And then we have 4 divided by negative 2, the other item on the right-hand side. And 4 divided by negative 2 is negative 2. And we can write that as minus 2. So the equation x minus 2y equals 4 is the equation of a line, which is where we started. But we wanted to put it into slope-intercept form, which is y equals 1/2 x minus 2. From that y equals 1/2 x minus 2, we get the slope is 1/2, and the y-intercept is negative 2. Now, we know 1 point on this line already. We know where it crosses the y-axis. This line, x minus 2y equals 4, crosses the y-axis at y equals negative 2. We know that because that's the y-intercept. That's why we solve and put things into slope-intercept form. We know what the y-intercept is. It's negative 2. From that y-intercept, we can now put more points on the line. If you remember when we found the slope, we took 2 points on a line and we found the slope between them, and we could make stairs that go up or go down. So we will actually do that from the y-intercept. Since the y-intercept is at negative 2, the slope is 1/2. That means we're going to go up 1 unit and then over to the right 2 units. So from the y-intercept at negative 2, we go up 1 unit and over 2 units and put a dot. From there, we can go up 1 unit, over 2 units, and put another dot. From that spot, we can go up 1 unit and over 2 units and put another dot. And you should see that you'll end up with a straight line. So this is another way of putting a line on a graph. It's the most efficient way of putting a line on a graph because you need to mathematically find 1 point, and from that 1 point, you can use the slope to graph the line. And so we will put the line on the graph, and there it is. That is the line x minus 2y equals 4 when you graph it. You don't have to do 4 little math problems. You don't even have to do 2 little math problems. You turn the equation of a line into the slope-intercept form, and then use the slope and the y-intercept to put the line on the graph. This is what your work's going to look like today. This is the most advanced portion of it. You'll also have to simply find the slope and the y-intercept for some other problems. Your homework is on page 400 and 401, problems 12 to 38, the evens.